Job, career challenges, personal problems, relationship issue. When AI can't solve your problems, try a human approach. Ayyo, contact Loy Machedo.
All right, I'm going to tell you something really shocking. Okay, I typed in ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, OpenAI, Kiwi, DeepSeek, every possible AI. I think maybe around 14 of them. I had some friends who pay for the premium version, and I typed this question about Loy Machedo. Okay, about Loy Machedo. Who is Loy Machedo? And believe it or not, they gave a very good, response about it. Who am I? What is my background? All okay, fine. And then I was tempted, and I started playing around, and I started asking questions like, "Tell me Loy Machedo's plus points. Tell me Loy Machedo's drawbacks." I hope you don't start typing that. Give me Loy Machedo's drawbacks. Give me Loy Machedo's plus points. And then I decided to go into the dark side, the really dark side. And I asked all these 14 OpenAI, can Loy Machedo be replaced? Okay. What are Loy Machedo's services? Can Loy Machedo be replaced? What is the percentage of Loy Machedo to be replaced? And okay, why Loy Machedo will no longer survive? Why Loy Machedo is dying? Why Loy Machedo will not earn any more money? I started asking all the dark and fearful questions, and you'll not believe. I made literally in Google Docs, I made pages and pages. It was so much of information. I ended up creating for each OpenAI the responses. No, I think each one was around 28 or 30 pages. Just imagine, who's Loy Machedo? What is Loy Machedo's plus points? What is Loy Machedo's drawbacks? Is Loy Machedo a scam? Is he a fraudster? Why should someone not go to Loy Machedo? Why should someone go to Loy Machedo? Then why will Loy Machedo survive another 5 more years? Will he be outdated? What are the services that Loy Machedo will no longer be able to offer? What is the percentage out of 100 that each of these services will last? So you don't believe. I think I spent a whole day literally, getting all this information. And I'll be transparent with you guys. I was initially I was like, oh, then at some it was kind of disturbing. I'm being honest with you. Some it was like, one of them, I'll not tell you specifically which one. One said 85% Loy will be replaced. Finished. Loy Machedo is over. Chal ho gaya, khalas. Another one was, no, Loy Machedo services will be replaced, and they gave a percentage. Generally, if I were to take a summary of the whole thing, it was, say, 25 to 50% of my services will be replaced. Okay. So now, in this video, what I'm going to do is, I will share with you, what do I use AI for? What do I use AI for? Whether or not AI will replace me, and I'll be truthful with you. I'll be very transparent. There's nothing to hide here. What are the services that they have replaced? What do I think is going to happen next? And limitations of AI. So this video would be slightly long. Okay, it will be slightly long. But I wanted to make one video where I share everything, Where is my can opener? Yeah. So I didn't want to make 2 or 3 videos. So just grab your bucket of popcorn, take your cold drink, whatever. Listen to it when you're jogging or in the car or, doing something. Okay. And feel free to comment down below. Good, bad, ugly, whatever. Just say that, Loy Machedo, you're finished. You're ganta. Okay. And yes, I've made a comparison of before AI, ChatGPT, where I was making money, and after. So I'll give you everything. I've written down the points here. All right. So let's start with what do I use ChatGPT for? And I'll be very transparent with you on this. There's nothing to hide. In fact, this idea was given to me by one guy. He sent me, hey, his actual message was, hey, Loy Machedo, what do you use ChatGPT for? And I was like, oh, that's a good topic. And I said, thanks. This is a good video topic. I'll make it. I told him that. And, just because I say yes doesn't mean I'll make a video immediately. There are so many things, clients, whatever. This guy sends me a message after 2-3 days and says, hey, hey, where the hell is the video? Like as if I'm his dog or something. Like, hey, where the hell is the video? So I just ignore it. And he must have seen that I read the message, blue tick. And then, and then he said, hey, I'm chatting with you. How dare you ignore me? Where is the bloody video? I blocked him. So anyway, I want to give thank you to that guy who I blocked. Thanks for the idea. Next time, don't behave like an asshole. Okay. So anyway, this is credit to him. That's why I'm making this video. So what do I use ChatGPT for? First and foremost is my day-to-day usage, which, I'm comparing before and now. Generally, it was, I would make my videos. I would make my videos online. Then after finishing the video, I would write the description of the video. I would write the hashtags. I would write the meta tags. And, you have to think of a title for the video. And then finally, you have to make the thumbnail. You have to make the images. That I used to do. And it generally used to take me 30 minutes to 1 hour. 1 hour just for this. In fact, just the thumbnail itself, before even ChatGPT came, would take me around half an hour to 1 hour. Seriously, sometimes even more. So now after ChatGPT came, that description, the hashtags, meta tags, the topic, the creative topics, whatever, I can get this done in 30 seconds or less, 10 seconds. However, initially, when ChatGPT came in, I was like, wow, it can do all this. But eventually what I realized is this is not the description that I want. So, and I also realized it is taking over my skill, like the muscle. I'm not using it. I'm losing its capacity. So I made it a point. I would write the description, the exact description of what the video is about. And where I use ChatGPT is the grammar and the spellings. I'm very bad at spellings. I'm very bad at the grammar. But I write it down with my own thinking. And I'll tell you this might be a little scary for you. At least it was for me. Where's I saying? It was for me. I'm being honest with you. Because I use ChatGPT, I think for a month, 3 to 4 videos a day, I struggled to start writing the paragraphs by myself. I was like, what the hell, man? I just hardly used for a month and I'm struggling to write a paragraph. And then I was like, I'm not going to be dependent on ChatGPT that time ChatGPT was the only one that was popular. So I forced myself to continue writing and it took me 3 to 4 months struggling to get back that skill. I was really shocked how ChatGPT was able to brainwash and take out the skill and make me dependent on it. And that is where I realized the danger. So what I do today is I write the paragraph and the hashtags, the meta tags, all that. I don't need all that. So the paragraph, I write it, I dump it into ChatGPT and I say, please check the grammar, check the spelling, make it YouTube SEO friendly, and give me the hashtags, give me the meta tags, and give me the 10 creative topics that I can use for the title. Now, here's a funny thing. Even though I asked for the title, Most of the time, I'm not able to take the title. The reason being is because when I make the thumbnail, if you see my thumbnails, they have to be bold. You have to use less text so that it is big. Remember, when someone looks at their phone, the thumbnail is small. So if I use a lot of text, nobody's going to, like put it on their face and read it. So if I say Indians, big, it's easy to read from far. Indians, spread across 1920 by 1080, the thumbnail, Indians. But if I say Indians are finding it hard to get a job due to unemployment, suppose then it becomes very small and it becomes hard to read, and people don't like to read. The font I use is Impact. Okay. Another one is Avenir, Avener. Yeah. I think that's the one. Lexend is also another favorite font of mine. Okay. So that is where I use. Another area where I use ChatGPT is before, the Indians, the funny faces, the tongue sticking out, those are all AI generated. I used to struggle to find Indian funny faces. It's not available online. And the ones which are available online are stock pictures or whatever. And they are normal guys. There's nothing exaggerated. So thanks to AI, now I can have, those big fat faces of the females and males. So that is another area I use. Now, which other area do I use is, I tried, by the way, I told you, 1,600 emails, notifications, messages. One area where I use ChatGPT, which is very useful, people, when they send me messages, man, some of them are like 2,000 words. Can you believe 2,000 words, 3,000 words? They are writing the whole life history. I used to really struggle to read these emails because, you kind of get lost, and some are boring and some are grammatical mistakes. So what I do is I copy paste this whole bloody email into ChatGPT, and I tell ChatGPT, the prompt is, summarize this email into 3 to 5 lines. Just summarize this email into 3 to 5 lines. Give me the essence. So it makes it very easy instead of reading. And this is only, by the way, this is only for freeloaders. This is not for clients. Clients, I use a different strategy, which I'll tell you after this. So 3 to 5 lines. Okay, and the ones that irritate me the most, I'm a drug addict. I'm addicted to masturbation. I have this girlfriend. I am unemployed. I'm without a job. Please help me get a job, and blah, blah, blah. My mother has cancer. My father is dying. All that bullshit. So before, I used to think that, what do I write to these guys? And they don't want to pay money. They just want free. So initially, when ChatGPT came out, I was like, okay, give me a response to this in a paragraph. The problem that I found with that is it didn't sound like me. It sounded very cliche. So I would ask it, okay, give me a paragraph. What solution do you suggest? And I used to read that, and I used to think, man, there's no way this is not how I talk. So I would read it. Okay. Then I would ask it again. Okay, listen, give me the key points. What do you want to say? So then it give the key points. And after giving the key points, which once again was very cliche, go meet a counselor. Like if you're addicted to alcohol, go to Alcoholic Anonymous, change your environment, seek professional help. So, okay, dude, give me these points. And I would just type out, listen, I think you should seek professional help. I can't give you a, one size fits all answer. And another 2-3 points I would say is change your friend circle and all that. So initially it was exciting. It was fun. But then very soon I realized, man, this is more headache. This is even more headache because it's giving me a cliche answer. And then I need to use my brains and think of a proper answer. And the guy's not paying me a single penny. So why the hell am I even bothered? You'll not believe, today itself, my WhatsApp group members know this. 17 emails and messages. I did not answer them. They can't afford my service. They don't even want to pay $49 for my email solution. So I just blocked them. Seriously. I mean, what is the point? I go to ChatGPT, copy paste this, get a cliche answer, and maybe out of vengeance and spite, I'll just put, okay, this is the answer. But then it's hurting and harming my own brand. And if that guy is a troll or a spy, or not spy, someone who just, chuma wants to cause me a headache, he'll say, see, this is what Loy sends. So I was like, why am I risking my reputation? Just let them bugger off. I just block them. Seriously. Block. If you send me crap, I'll block you. Okay. Now it comes to paying clients. Now, if a guy, he pays me money, and he sends me this 3,000 or 2,000 paid. Only after the money is received, I tell him, give me 1 to 2 days, let me go through it. Seriously. If you're my client, you know what I'm talking. And I'll be very transparent with you. First, when they give me the whole 2,000, 3,000 worded big little thing, I put it in ChatGPT and say, summarize this. So it gives me a summary. This is what it is. So I have a mental understanding. This is what the letter is. Then what do I do is, I copy paste. This is what I do, whether you want to believe or not. I copy paste and put the letter on Google Doc. Exactly the way it is. Then every line, I separate it with 4-5 paragraph marks. And I analyze each and every line. Okay, I'm telling you how I do things. And then some of it is just filler, some of it is just nonsense, some of it is just a bias. Oh, I am very kind-hearted, I was very loving, all that bullshit. And then I don't know what to do. And some are, he'll talk one point, he'll go to another point. He is talking about his career, then he brings his girlfriend. So then I have to put in separate headings. And once after I've summarized all this into a separate new document, then I check, okay, this is what ChatGPT gave me. This is what I got. Now, the challenge is to get more than what ChatGPT is putting there. Because if it's the same thing, that means I'm doing something wrong. So I get in touch with the client again and I ask him questions. Listen, you said you broke up with your girl. What were the reasons? Who's the girl? How does she look? Is she fat? Is she thin? How many years ago? Did you cheat on her? Did she cheat on you? What are her drawbacks? What are plus points? In fact, I even asked them, give me links. Show me how she looks. Let me check her Instagram photograph, Instagram space and all that. So a lot of things which ChatGPT would never ask is obviously because of experience. Then finally, I get in touch with either a psychologist or psychiatrist or a counselor, the people who are close friends with me, if I don't know something. And then finally, I prepare the report. This report, I use ChatGPT to say, please make sure the grammar is proper, make sure it follows a logical sequence, and make it presentable. Okay. Once it gives me the answer, then the final part is I rewrite it again, the whole thing in my own words, how I would say it. I eliminate what I feel is cliche, and then I, finally get in touch with the client. Okay, so that's how I use ChatGPT. The whole process, I make sure that I always keep this in mind. By the way, that this whatever I send him, he will put it into ChatGPT or some software, and he'll say, is this written by Loy Machedo? Is this fake? Okay, or is this AI generated? I make sure that I put so much of effort that there is no AI in the world that can say this was copy pasted, because that is my reputation online. Okay, whether you believe, don't believe, I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you how I do it. Okay. When it comes to resumes, I'll be very honest with you. Today, anyone can use ChatGPT, make the paragraph better, make the wordings better, use keywords, use SEO based this thing, copy paste a job description, copy paste their CV, change my CV based on the job. All this they can do, and they can do it better than a human being, any human being. Okay. However, what it cannot do is where I come in. And what it cannot do, I'll give you a simple answer. Let's say Avinash Adam, Alice, and Albert. 4 guys. Okay. All 4 use AI, and all 4 get the resume done. All 4. Their resume was bad. Now they made it better. Okay. Listen carefully. Now here's my question, which I've asked you before. There's only one job vacancy. Who will get out of the 4? Who will get? Will it be Avinash? Will it be Albert? Will it be Adam? We don't know, right? Because each resume now is used with ChatGPT. And forget using a software to detect how much is original, how much is fake. It comes down to human connection. In fact, let me surprise you by telling you this. There are so many members in my WhatsApp groups, and I'm part of some of them. They write amazing answers. I'm telling you, really amazing answers. Some of them really, like when you read them, it's like a pleasure to read. Seriously. And I've actually contacted them. I've said, when you're free, can we talk? I was so shocked. Out of, say, close to, say, 20 people who I really admired for their content in WhatsApp groups, there was only, I think, 3 people who I really liked to talk to. The rest were, oh my goodness, they could not talk. They were like so terrible. In fact, I was very shocked to know some of the guys who really chatted such words of wisdom. I really looked up to them. Seriously, I looked up to those people. But when I talked to them, I found out that they are earning less than $2,000 salary, which really matters, because if you're such a great intellect, if you're such a business-minded, like genius, if you are so amazing, you should be getting paid more, right? And I came to know he gets less than $2,000 or $2,500. And when they talk, I was like going to fall asleep. I got so bored. In fact, I even ended the call where I wanted to speak to the guy for like 1 hour or 2 hours. I ended the conversation in one guy, I think 12 minutes, another guy in 4 or 5 minutes. I just told him, listen, I have someone calling me. I'll talk to you later. Really, I lost interest. So you can sound amazing on chatting and the content, but if you don't, your personality is that of a frog or a dog, yuck. It kind of reminds me of, I had that debate group. I had my debate group online. Oh, goodness. Initially, I was so excited. We are getting a lot of people, intellects. And initially, it was like good. But then the answers started to grow longer and longer and longer. And you're talking of every guy in that group, every single guy. He knew all the information from 1947 to 1800s. You could ask him about King George VIII, and he'll give you every single amazing historical fact about him. In fact, it became such a nuisance. Each guy would give a 500-worded answer. And then the guy he's debating with would give another 500-worded answer. What we realize is he's copy-pasting from ChatGPT. This guy is copying his answer into ChatGPT and saying, give me amazing rebuttal for this. And then he was copying it. So it was ChatGPT versus ChatGPT. There was no human being who was talking. Nobody was talking normal. Everybody was talking ChatGPT. And the group lost its essence, and there was nobody who wanted to admit he's not using ChatGPT. Even the people I respected, and I thought they would have an iota of decency and honesty to say that, yes, I'm using ChatGPT. No, man, these are my notes, man. No, this I memorized it. How the fuck can you memorize historical facts, historical data, numbers, events? Like, there were even members, seriously, there were members who knew, for example, they knew about cryptocurrency, they knew about investing, they knew about personal branding, they knew about Israel, they knew about Palestine, They knew about India. They knew about Pakistan. They knew about the Hadith. They knew about the Quran. They knew about the Bhagavad Gita. They knew about Christian verses. They knew about Jesus Christ's history. They knew of the history of Europe. They knew the history of United States. They even knew the square feet, the taxation policies, the revenue collected. They knew Donald Trump's history. Oh my goodness. It was like, what the fuck is this, man? And then if you talk to them, the same guy you talk to him who knows all this, he, like, you ask him how to fry an egg and he'll not be able to tell you properly. He'll be like, yeah, if you fry an egg, man, first put the oil and, then put the egg and, just put salt and pepper and eat. That's the answer they would give. Imagine a guy who knew all these things. And I'm not talking one guy, so many of them. Finally, I got fed up. I was like, I don't need this shit. I didn't create a group for my ChatGPT versus yours. No, I wanted human beings. I deleted the whole fucking group. Fuck off. So, even I was speaking today in the gym with one of the guys. He's a businessman. He's saying that whenever we receive spectacular CVs and all that, we just call them, okay, fine. We are very impressed. Come. All of you come. And he said, we make them sit round a table, okay, in a conference room. And then we start asking them questions and to talk to each other. And he says, there you come to know immediately in seconds who is a fake, who is a real, and who is ChatGPT expert and who is genuine. And he says, majority of the cases, they don't survive. We end up with only one. All of them, thank you very much, bugger off. In fact, I'll tell you this. I went to 7-Eleven for one of the promotions. They have right now if you buy $100, you get a stamp. My wife is crazy about it. So I was going to different 7-Elevens to purchase, stuff that we need. And because it's a promotional time, I'll buy extra so that she gets more stamps to buy whatever free gift, to get whatever free gift she wants. What had happened was there is this female in one of the 7-Eleven. Oh my goodness, she is fat. She is like, if she were to sit here, she would occupy so much. I don't know why nature or life or God or whatever has been so cruel to her. Her face is like as if think I'm a character and I'm a plastic doll and someone put air inside me and it, puffed up so much that even my nose went in and my cheeks were out and you can't see my eyes and there was black all over and it's like there's no neck, the neck and this thing. She's so ugly. Okay. Thankfully you're not going to come and she doesn't anyway understand English. So I don't have to worry about you telling her. You don't know who she is. Okay. She's so ugly and so fat. And why am I telling you this? I was asking them for the promotion of the stamps because some products you get double the stamps or, they will give you 5 extra stamps for that chocolate or whatever. So I purchased the brand of M&M's chocolate that I like, and each one gets 5 stamps extra. So instead of spending $100 per stamp, I'm getting 5 stamps bonus. Okay. So I was asking her what other products promotion are there. She took out her phone to check in her app. There is an app. Even I have an app, but they have access to some confidential data. When she opened her phone. And when I saw her photograph, she has her photograph on the display, face lock. Man, the very same photograph of hers, her photograph, I described to her how she looks. In that photograph, she looked amazing. I'm not joking. It didn't look like a cartoon. It didn't look like a animated character. It looked like a real human being. And boy, was she looking gorgeous. She was the same fat female, but she was fat but gorgeous. Here she's fat but horribly ugly and she's horribly fat. And then Just out of playful curiosity, after I finished, I just asked her, just show me your Facebook. She was like, why? I said, Facebook, just show. She was like kind of strange, but she said, okay, she obliged. I saw her Facebook. She had another photograph where she looked amazing. I just kept quiet. I didn't say anything. I said, just can you show me friends? Friends, huh? She was like, why? I said, I just want to show. Then just to cool her off, I showed her my Facebook. And my Facebook, I have a old guy with a beard, same Loy Machedo, but with filter. So she looked at it, she was like, okay, fine. She was not sure why I was asking. When I checked her friends, this female, who is so horrendously ugly, 5,000, her friends list is filled. And she had another, I think, 19,000 plus extra people, like followers. And she has, plus like friends request and whatever. So just imagine she's using AI to look so beautiful. Okay. Now you'll be like, hey, there's nothing new, man. We all knew that. People use face filters. For Asian market, there's a different face filter. For European markets, there's a different face filter. All of them use AI. In fact, there is now a new software, AI, that can help you when you take a photograph. It gives you chest, shoulders, flexible like muscles, make your body look toned with six-pack. You want to look like a bodybuilder, powerlifter. One of the guys in the gym showed me that. Okay. Now, what is the problem here? If the girl is using AI to look and enhance herself, and the guy is using, and both of them are using it, and both don't know how they really look. Even a video now, you can use AI, and you can't make out. My wife she showed me the new AI. Your eyes can be made bigger with, the white and sparkle, and her face becomes like a baby. If you check my wife's Facebook, anyway, I'm not going to tell you which one she's using. She looks like a 18-year-old. Seriously, she looks like an 18-year-old. I remind my wife, like, what the hell is this? She's like, I feel happy. No, let me use it. And she uses it for my daughter to lighten her skin and to show that she's fair. Fine. Okay, use whatever. You're already married. I don't give a damn. But consider the drawbacks. Two people who are not being real, who are being fake, who are showing that they are more beautiful than they look, who are trying to, because there is a psychological reality. The more attractive you look, the more intelligent you're perceived to be. So you're using AI to look amazing. You're using AI to even write the responses. Like I told in my WhatsApp group, I'm telling you, I deleted so many members who would give AI responses. I don't want you. I want a genuine person. I don't want fucking AI responses. Like when I asked about personal branding, one guy, let's call him Roy, R-O-Y. The guy gave, I think, 12 points on personal branding, how he has used personal branding in his life. I found something fishy. So I asked Roy, how old are you? He was in his 20s. Okay. Where are you working? So I work for this call center in India. Okay, fine. As a supervisor. Okay, whatever. And then out of curiosity, I said, just want to talk to you privately. And then I found out he's earning the basic minimum wage, which is perfectly fine. Everything that he was giving me was perfect answers. Finally, I told him, when would you be free? I just have a few questions to ask you and all that. He refused to speak to me on video. He said, sir, we can speak on audio. Please, sir, I'm not comfortable. I said, okay. That time, I remember, he's not our latest member. When I spoke to him on audio, I made sure that the conversation I would have is nothing related to what you can chat on AI. Like, for example, I asked him, hey, tell me about your childhood days, man. How was it? Like, which school did you study? What was the course in your part of the world? Like, for example, if he was from Bihar. In Bihar, which are the areas you recommend to visit? So I wanted him to talk. Believe it or not, the guy was struggling. The guy was struggling to speak in English. The same guy who wrote so flawlessly, so amazing points on personal branding, all that. And I just kept quiet. I did not tell him anything. Finally, I asked him, show me your social media. He showed me his social media, all engineered photographs. Amazing he looked. I asked him his CV. CV also looked amazing. But do you know where he couldn't hide? Is his salary, is his position, is the company name. Because when I told him, Chuma, I wanted to get the truth. I told him, I have a better offer for you in Dubai. Would you like to take it? Okay. And then he started to, when people start opening up, no, one by one, the reality comes out. I'll not tell you what he spoke to me, but I realized the guy is just putting on a facade. He was working very hard to create that facade. He spent, I don't know whether he spent money, but he really worked hard. If you look at his LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, profile photographs, even his profile photograph is made by AI. Like real face, engineered to look amazing. But then when I spoke to him, I realized I was talking to a small boy. Because there's only so much bullshit you can give. If I ask you about what do you expect in a woman, how many girlfriends did you have? You can't generate everything to AI. Okay, what about your mom and dad? Okay, which parts of India did you visit? You can't keep chatting that on AI. So people are faking it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. People are faking it to create a false narrative. I don't want to go too long on this video, but in the next video that I create, I'll tell you some of the massive drawbacks, massive problems, massive issues where AI is being misused, and I'm very aware of what is going on and why if people don't stop now, it will cause more harm than good. Anyway, you let me know your thoughts about AI. What do you feel? Like I told you, I've been very transparent. Resume rebrand, this, that. People think that AI can do it. What is resume rebrand when you don't know what it is and you mistake resume rewriting or changing a paragraph or inserting keywords as rebranding? You're stupid. I told you, Alan, Adam, Avinash, Albert, let's say these 5 guys. All of them are using ChatGPT. How do you rebrand one versus the other? Tell me, how do you rebrand? How does ChatGPT know, okay, you're fat, okay, you're tall, okay, you're aggressive, okay, you're passive, okay, you're irritating. How do you brand that? Asking a simple question. Tell me, how do you brand that? How do you brand your drawbacks? You can show perfection, but how do you be true to yourself here? Because remember, you can create a fake perfect image, but then when you meet the guy face to face, then what you're going to do? The guy will find out, hey man, this guy is an amateur, this guy is bacha, this guy is an asshole. He's portraying as a very mature leader. He doesn't have any leadership skills. You can't fool people, boss. Maybe you can do it on your resume. Maybe you can do it through your responses and appear like a walking, talking Wikipedia. You can't fool people in real life. Anyway, this is part 1. Comment down below and let me know what are the questions you have, because I'll make a part 2 maybe tomorrow, and I'll tell you where AI is proving to be a very serious problem and where it can impact you if you're not careful. Put on your thoughts in the comments below. This is me signing off. You guys take care. Yeah, bye.